Narco trafficking has resulted in more than 41,000 deaths in Mexico since December 2006.
Naoto Kan's 15-month regime as Japan's prime minister has ended. The embattled Kan has come under intense criticism for his handling of the devastating earthquake and subsequent tsunami scare in his country. Japan's fluid political system has seen countless governments booted out of power in recent times. We have details of that story in this report.
Japan's Prime Minister Naoto Kan resigned Friday after 15 months in power. Naoto Kan was highly unpopular over his handling of the devastating earthquake and nuclear crisis in March. Mr. Kan was criticized for his government's negligence in dealing with the Fukushima power plant disaster, food safety scares, as well as a very slow response from the nuclear power plant operator, TEPCO.
I felt that as Prime Minister, I did not have enough power to do what was needed to help prevent or forecast the Fukushima nuclear disaster or help all the victims.
A new Prime Minister will have the responsibility of overseeing Japan's biggest post-war reconstruction, resolving the nuclear crisis and dealing with the biggest national debt in the industrialized world. At the beginning of June, Naoto Kan promised to stand down if Parliament passed legislation on renewable energy, funds for reconstruction and the budget. All these conditions have been met, which clears the way for Japan to get its sixth Prime Minister in 5 years. I do feel embarrassed that there have been so many Prime Ministers in only a few years. I think the next Prime Minister is likely to be as short-lived as this one.
Japan is currently all in pieces, so unless you have a leader who can really lead people to get things done, nothing will improve.
A leadership election is expected Monday. Parliament will then vote the new leader in as Prime Minister on Tuesday.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Well, instead of stories, we do a quick recap of our headlines making news. President Jammeh has revealed plans to open retail outlets across the country to be manned by the Green Youths in what is billed as a sustained effort against commodities market turbulence. A coalition seeking to end what it calls gender imbalance in the political arena is urging parties to broaden the political space and give women a chance. Suspected drug gangs have set fire to a popular Mexican casino in the resort city of Monterrey, killing at least some 53 people. And Naoto Kan's 15-month-long premiership has ended in disaster as he throws in the towel over his handling of the recent earthquake in Japan. Just a reminder, in case you want to follow GRTS news reports as well as programs, well, better still monitor GRTS Radio Live. You can visit our website at www.grts.gm. There you can also monitor GRTS Radio Live. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of our programs. Have a nice Saturday.
On the 25th of May, 1965, in Kanilai village, Fonyi Kansala district, West Coast region, witnessed the birth of a Pan-Africanist. The current president of the Republic of the Gambia, Chief Professor Dr. Alhaji Yaya Jammeh. The president's date of birth coincides with African Liberation Day. President Yaya Jammeh received his early education at Kanilai Primary School, St. Edward's Primary School in Buyam, and Gambia High School in Banjul. Like any other Gambian child, in 1983, he passed the General Certificates of Education, GCE O-Level, with credits in Geography, English, French, Biology, and Physics. Also obtained passes in Chemistry and Oral English. After graduating from high school, President Jammeh served on the various military units in the Gambian National Army until the 22nd of July 1994, when he led a group of young officers in effecting a peaceful change of government. Jammeh, who was 29 years old at the time, became the chairman of the Armed Forces Provisional Ruling Council. In 1996, Jammeh retired from the army and upon popular demand founded the Alliance for Patriotic Reorientation and Construction, APRC. He was elected as president in September 1996. In the quest to pave the way for greater achievements in improving the country's human capital and steering its development, President Jammeh has personally initiated a series of development projects such as the President's Empowerment for Girls Education Project, PEGEP, which provides scholarships to students from poor families.
22nd July 1994 on Friday.
President Jammeh's Operation Clean the Nation initiative was conceived to enhance the physical cleanliness of the environment. Chef Professor Jammeh's personal intervention in providing treatment for people suffering from chronic medical conditions such as HIV and AIDS, asthma, diabetes, hypertension, and women having difficulties in childbearing. Born into a great agrarian community, agriculture is so dear to President Jammeh. His philosophy is back to the land. The sole objective is to fight hunger and poverty.
This is evident because
President Jammeh believes in cultural preservation. The Roots Homecoming and the Bujinga cultural festivals are clear manifestations.
Into a role model country with lots of infrastructural development.
For President Jammeh, leadership is a duty, a responsibility, and a commitment that must be carried out by example.
Dr. Jammeh, you have been honored not just as another politician in our world, but as an outstanding individual who even sometimes risks bad-mouthing from foreign lobbyist groups in order to implement your visions to serve the Gambia and the world. We are honored indeed that you, Dr. Yahya Jammeh of the Gambia, graciously accept the honor and that you are now one of us. Thank you very much, Professor Dr. Hans-Arno Finke, Chairman of the Publishers and Printers Guild of Northern Germany.
With your permission, Your Excellency, may I call all of us to give His Excellency standing ovation.
So as to give education for all by the year 2020.
Due to the demand from viewers on KU band broadcasting, Grts ran the test on Saturday 28th of August 2011 on a new satellite on C-band courtesy of RSI. The details of the new satellite is as follows. Satellite name Eutelsat Atlantic Bird, orbital position is 5 degrees west, downlink frequency 4123.8 MHz, symbol rate 3572 megabytes per second, or better still 3.572 megabytes per second. Field error connection is 7/8. GRTS, your national TV.